Well, good morning from the ridge.
Good morning.
Yeah, it is still chilly outside, but the
It
sun is
is.
shining.
This Mother Nature not on her meds deal is just getting crazy, y'all. We go from 2 overnights that there's frost and freezing to yesterday
I was still cold all day
tank
yesterday.
tops and t-shirts. Like,
It takes me like 2 days after a cold to warm back up, and I'm still not warm.
and then but I mean, it only got down. It was only supposed to be down in the 40s last night, but anything below 90 and she's cold. So
Okay, that's a true statement. So how y'all doing today? It's Thursday.
it's Thursday, and
Thursday.
I somehow tried to overpass Wednesday this week. I
He
don't
did.
know.
He thought we had our live last night, and yeah, no.
We just got doing things yesterday, guys. We had to run to town because we needed. I've been running the tractor so much that I run all my fuel out. So
Yeah.
had to go get some fuel for that, and Jenna needed propane for the camper. Which it threw me
did.
off because I was like, wait a minute, how does she need propane already? Well, I forgot we had 2 nights of down in the 20s,
Earth
and
to Jason. Earth to Jason. Yeah?
what happened?
Your squirrely moments. It's so cute. Because he's lost track of the day of the week. Lost track that we had a couple cold nights. It's just, I don't know.
See what? I don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been.
It's been crazy.
It has. We're trying to relax, but yet get work done. Yet sort of relax, but you can't relax too much because you want to do a lot of work.
Yeah. Of course, there's always domestics and stuff, but yeah, and we did stop at a few thrift shops. Nothing, real major finds, I don't think, other than Mr. Bougie over here picked him up a find. You want to tell him what you found?
It's not bougie. It's smart. Arkansas gets hot in the summer, and there was a kit brand new in the box, one of those misting kits that you like put on your porch or an outdoor patio area. And in the hot summer days, it sprays just a fine mist of water. I mean, if you stand right underneath it, you're going to get soaking wet. But for the most part, it sprays it out such a mist that it cools the air down and you get to cool off a little bit. And it was $4 brand new in the package. Like,
Oh, it was a good find. It was definitely a good find. So,
but that's the random stuff that we find, guys, is like almost every time we go thrifting in any way, shape, or form, it's always like
random stuff.
it's the random things that you don't, which is probably why we have a storage issue right now, is because we're like, oh, we could really use this later, but you're not gonna find that same thing for $4 again somewhere, like.
No.
So
My big find for the day, I'm going to show you guys. I will go get it. So I have been looking for this particular item in this shape, in this style, in these details for years. For years.
now I know what it is.
I could have ordered it on Amazon. I could, however you can find it. But no, I wanted to make sure that I found it thrifted because I don't like paying retail for anything. And we were exiting out of one of the thrift shops, and I'm like, I know I don't need clothes because we have very few spaces for clothes, so I don't purchase a lot. And I'm like, I just need to go over and I need to check out the skirts. Oh yeah, hold on, hold that.
You can give it away for you.
I am.
Show it to him.
I am.
She don't know. She talks about my squirrel moments, y'all. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do today. So we figured we'd come talk to you lovely people until we figure out what that looks like.
Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because it's so cute. It is a full ruffled jean skirt, floor length. And it's got all of these cute ruffles on it. Well, I wouldn't call them ruffles, but a pinch pleat, kind of. And it's a real soft denim, so it's not real, stiff. But all these years, I've wanted one of these and I wouldn't pay for it. And I actually ran into a lady that was wearing one somewhere when we were out. And I'm like, I love your skirt. I have been looking for that. She's like, I got it at a thrift shop. I'm like, okay, big surprise there. I have no idea when these were popular. If they were, I have no idea when they were originally sold. The tag is so old I couldn't see the size. Essie Dallas? Dallas. Oh. I thought it
Words are hard.
Yeah. And I can't even see the size. I think it's going to be a little big, but I was just so thrilled to find this. $4. Yay. See, I sometimes give away my thrifts when I'm really excited, but I love it and I'm so ecstatic. Like, I love to wear skirts and dresses and stuff. And when we first arrived to the Ridge, I was still wearing a lot of skirts and stuff. But for practicality purposes, it doesn't, it's not really conducive to building or sawmilling or, I can garden in a skirt and I can tend to the animals in a skirt, but I really can't build something in a skirt.
Why?
He has to ask.
I could understand maybe the sawmilling because of the sawdust and it's loose.
Well,
and
one, thigh rub is real, y'all. Come on, let's admit it. Thigh rub is real. So if you're sweating and working in dirt and working in all that and it's just open for the flow, it's going to get uncomfortable. That and the flowy skirts and dresses that I like to wear are going to get caught on lumber.
And that gets you more ventilation in the undercarriage when the wind can go down through there?
Not in the right way.
Oh.
You can tell he never has worn it. Well, no, he has worn a skirt once. You have to go look at did I post those I posted those on the community page, didn't I? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It was for a good cause. It was for a good cause.
It was. It was a good fundraiser. And we had a lot of fun with it. And raised a lot of money during that fundraiser. So that was really cool. But yeah. Well, the closest I came was we were doing training. Our unit got assigned to be what they call the Op 4. So we played the opposition, the enemy, right? So in this case, obviously it was like Afghani people. And so we all got different roles. We were playing like we were a mock Afghanistan village, local village people. And the infantry battalion that we were being this for was fixing to go on a deployment. And they wanted a little bit of actual like human interaction type deal. So our unit somehow, some way got tasked to be the Op 4 for a lot of these infantry units that were deploying. And so I did end up wearing a man dress because I had to play the role of like the town mayor or something like that. I don't even remember what the exact title was. So they gave us the full like Afghani, man dress and the head, and we had to wear all that stuff. And and it being in North Carolina, I wasn't mad at it because we called them a man dress. Yeah, they're a really thin material that would breathe really well, and I was like, man, maybe these guys are onto something where, I wasn't going to make a habit of it.
In our Scotland, men wear kilts, and a lot of men swear by them. And so, it's not, that odd that a man would wear a skirt, but I don't know.
I just thought there was good ventilation in the undercarriage. Be like, hey, why not?
It does, but it's just not conducive to building.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I wanted to go ahead and garden or something like that, it is more comfortable. But really, it's early.
It's early, guys, and I'm struggling because I may or may not have stayed up a little too late last night having an awesome conversation, though. I got a cousin that was, one of the reasons him and my uncle, they're cousins, they're first cousins. But they were both in the Marine Corps at like the same time and went to a lot of the same duty stations. And he had been messaging me on and off lately, about different things. And I was like, I really need to call him. And yeah, that turned into like a 4.5, 5 hour. I don't know. It was a lot of conversation.
Which was fine. I had to bail early. I know I was gonna talk with Michelle last night. I don't. It wasn't even. What time did I fall asleep on the couch? Like 7:30.
It was pretty early. Yeah,
I had been up since 3:30, and I was so tired that nights like that I don't care if he's on the phone all night. And at some point I did mosey my butt upstairs to the loft because I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I was trying to wait for him, and I'm like, yeah, no, I felt physically sick because I was so tired. And so I went to bed. I don't even know what time he came in.
It was late because actually I was sitting here and I'm pretty sure it was well after midnight because I know Jenna come home and she came down to get Maya because if Jenna's not here,
we just keep Maya.
We'll keep Maya in the house. But the problem is Maya's used to sleeping on the bed. And when she's up with Jenna on a queen size bed and it's only her and Jenna, that works for them. But when there's already 2 adults in a full size bed and then you try to add a full size dog, yeah.
So she went up to bed with me, and she's she's such a well behaved dog. Like, she will sit at the edge of the bed until you tell her it's okay to get up. But she did, and she snuggled with me, and I was out. I know I started something on the TV and I was out, and I don't even remember them coming and getting her, but I guess she didn't want to leave and they had to really coax her out of bed.
Yeah.
She's a good dog.
But it was awesome to catch up with him. Like I said, I haven't talked to him in quite a while, so like several years, I guess now. We text back and forth every once in a while, messages, and but it also falls under that whole category. Not only are we family, but that military, that Marine connection, and we were both maintenance, mechanics in the Marine Corps, on different vehicles, but a lot of the procedures and stuff were the same. So yeah, it's nice, guys, and I know we talk about it over on Mike and I's channel, and that's why we started that channel, that Sergeant's Talk TV, was, when you get to talk to another vet, vet to vet, Marine to Marine or soldier to soldier, whatever that conversation is, it's a totally different conversation. And because that the person on the other line or at the other end of that conversation, or if you happen to be face to face, they totally understand everything that you're talking about, And I
try to understand.
No, and she does. If I needed to talk or chat about anything, she will listen to it, right? But there's an element of you weren't there, so you wouldn't understand, without it being rude. You know what I mean? There's truth to it. If you didn't go through, I can have conversations about certain things, and I can use acronyms because the military is huge on acronyms, right? They have an acronym for everything, and I can use those and I can say those and I can talk about ranks and positions and titles, and unless you were in, none of that makes sense to you. It's kind of like if she...
some of it makes sense because, Zach's a Marine too. But...
If she talks to me about, nursing stuff and certain procedures, I do the same thing. I know enough to understand what she's saying, right? I can understand and comprehend the words, but I've never actually done that. So, I can relate, or I can't really relate, but I can understand what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Point of the matter is, I bailed real early last night. I was just
I
tired.
didn't.
No.
But I was still up. I've been getting up pretty good at around 7:30.
Okay. Yeah, you were up this morning. I was surprised.
I've been up around about 7:30 because that's when the sun tops the trees over here and it comes straight into the window and right in the eyeballs.
I've got a great idea. We can get a floodlight and I'll mount it right above that window. And when I get up in the morning, I'll put a switch down here, and then I can just go
That's
and flip that switch and like blast you out. Yeah. No?
That doesn't work.
I thought it was a great idea. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Eric from Tilted K, he's on his way over. I won't give his beans away, but he's gonna pick up some stuff and for some of his projects.
Yep.
And then we started to mill yesterday before the storm rolled in. We did get quite a bit milled out of the log that we did mill.
Yeah, it was a pretty average, not overly large, but it was a very solid log all the way through. Like it didn't have. There was a couple little spots.
There's some spots that might be punky and it has some waning to it, but
yeah,
we did get quite a bit cut. But we need to get back on it today because we need lumber for the chicken run for the chicks. We need lumber for the YouTube studio, and we need lumber for the rabbit hutch. So we
need all kinds of lumber.
We have all kinds of lumber. So I think that's what we're gonna do today.
Yeah.
And we probably won't film too much. If we film every single time, I mean, how interesting can you make the sawmill? You can get some really cool shots, which we've gotten a lot of compliments on our creativity with the shots. But if you see that every single video, so we probably won't, film a lot of that. But our intent today is
we'll have to get a little bit, guys. But I don't know. I know we've said it before. We know that you all will watch whatever we put out, and we appreciate that. But we base our videos and how she puts the video together on what we would like to watch. And we only want to watch ourselves do a certain project so many times before we're boring to ourselves. Like, let's just get it done.
Yeah.
It's, and it's, at this point, it's one of those that, it's just kind of a slam on the sawmill. Because we have a lot of lumber, and right now it's kind of playing around with the logs a little bit with our size. We need true 1-inch boards for our subfloor decking, right, on the studio, but then we're also going to need 2x4s for framing
and true 2x6s for the ceiling.
Yeah, the
roof.
The roof rafters are going to be true 2-inch by 6-inch boards, so we need some of those. And then, like she was saying, like 2x2s or something, or 1.5 by 1.5, whatever it's going to come out to be for, framing stuff that isn't like super structural. Let me go check and see who that is.
And so, but having those needs for a lot of different size lumber, actually, because we're still learning, how to mill wood, but being able to have a lot of different options for the sizes that we need allows us less waste on the log. It's just figuring out how to make those cuts and how to make it the most beneficial to that particular log, because every log is different. There's not one single log that's the same. So, all okay?
Yeah, spam risk, but
okay.
You never knew.
Well, we'll keep this one shorter because we do have our live tonight over on the main channel, White Rock Homestead. And we go on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we need to get our butts to work. It's a sawmilling day, babies.
It is. I'm excited, y'all. So we'll leave you with that, and hopefully we'll see you all on our live tonight.
Yeah. Peace out from the ridge, guys.
See ya.